Hello, welcome to my channel. Today I want to talk about Solarpunk. Some of you might have heard of this topic before. So, what is Solarpunk? Solarpunk is a science fiction envision of the future, a social movement where people and humanity live sustainably in decentralized communities with equitable societies in harmony with nature, living eco-friendly lifestyles and incorporating do-it-yourself principles. This movement completely rejects a dystopian climate future and continuously uses renewable energy and the appropriate technology that doesn't harm the environment. Solarpunk envisions an optimistic future integrating technology with thriving ecosystems and clean energy. Solarpunk emphasizes ethics and equitable social structures. Solarpunk is an alternative to cyberpunk, which is the opposite of a clean energy and equitable social structure. Now, solarpunk fashion is part of the umbrella that is solarpunk. Solarpunk fashion is the complete opposite of fast fashion, and its main focus is sustainability and using natural fabrics. It is a futuristic aesthetic apparel. It prioritizes natural fabrics, ethical production, and the functionality of the clothing, as well as the active repair of clothing over consumerism. However, as of the making of this video, unfortunately, we live in a different world from what solarpunk fashion stands for. Solarpunk fashion is an upcoming trend on social media. That means that more and more people are becoming aware of the state of the world as of this year, 2026, and consumerism is at all-time high. Fast fashion and synthetic fabrics are the new norm. Things are becoming unaffordable, and people are finally realizing that we need change. People are desiring change, a new change that will make us free of worry, free of uncertainty, and finally have access to afford eco-friendly resources. Now, I want to talk about solar punk fashion and how you can incorporate this social movement based on your geographic location. Now, why is this important? It's because your point of view and your decisions will depend on your lifestyle, your culture, your age, your religion, what you do for work, your income, and your proximity to resources. Solarpunk fashion is mainly about using natural fabrics such as linen and hemp. The most common natural fabric on the market after cotton is linen. So if you check online, linen fabric costs on average $15 to $30 per yard. If you want to buy linen clothes, most of your favorite brands don't make a wide variety of clothes. Linen and other linen brands offer these clothes at a much higher price with either unique styles, not much appealing to you, or not versatile and durable enough for daily use. Nowadays, the majority of us on this planet wear synthetic clothes. And hear me out. You can absolutely create a solar punk wardrobe based on what you have in your closet, even if all the clothes you have are made in polyester. Here's how you can start your solar punk fashion journey. Go into your closet and drawers. Start by selecting the clothes you wear the most throughout the week. Then select the clothes you like the most and the ones that you find more meaningful, the clothes that bring you the most pleasant memories, and the clothes that fit you well in your body. The rest of the clothes you didn't select, I'm assuming you don't need them anymore. Select the clothes you no longer need and you You can bag those clothes and give them at a clothing swapping event. You can donate your clothes or create a clothing swapping event with your friends or family or by searching for local clothing swapping events. I don't recommend donating clothes to institutions since most donated clothes end up in landfills in Ghana and Chile. If you want to wear more natural fabrics, start by searching for local designers making linen clothes that are appealing to your taste and aesthetics. If their designs are unattainable to you, you can always buy destock linen fabric from a local fabric store and take it to your local seamstress or tailor to custom make a clothing piece for you. Or if you dare enough, you can make it yourself. Remember, the point of Solarpunk is to be sustainable with your life and the lives of those around you. You must make the sustainable decisions with your clothes to make them last longer, be more meaningful for you, and repair your clothes. If you need to buy clothes, prioritize the quality in the construction of the clothes and the fabric content. Linen is a great alternative fabric to a solar punk future. Linen is one of the most sustainable fabrics on the planet. However, it is not a fabric that will be as resistant to wear for our daily lives. Here are the pros and cons about linen. For instance, linen has low elasticity. It is a fiber made from long and rigid fibers from the flax plant. It is sun resistant. Linen is the most sun resistant fabric. However, it can gradually fade over many years due to direct sun exposure. When it comes to piling, high quality pure linen piles very little because its fibers are so long and strong. However, cheaper linen blends with shorter fibers piles more easily, creating a warm look faster. The cons are that it feels damp to the touch if you live in a humid environment. It doesn't stretch as cotton or knit polyester. And when it comes to abrasion resistance, linen is very strong and resistant. However, constant friction in hard surfaces can cause long fibers to break over time. Thus, polyester solves this problem. And of course, it wrinkles easily. So now, as you can see, linen is not as sustainable and durable for our daily lives. We have to commute to school, to work. We constantly have to be in movement in this high maintenance capitalistic society, social structure that we have created. But we can still incorporate linen in our lives as a indoor fabric, as an indoor lifestyle clothing that we can keep as leisure wear, resort wear. We can use it as pajamas. We can use it as uh, any low maintenance, I would say, activities that you have in your life. It is possible to create a solar punk fashion lifestyle with what we currently have in our closet. And you don't have to listen to people saying, well, solar punk fashion is only created using natural fabrics. Well, that's not the reality right now, but we absolutely can start somewhere. Uh, this time we can start with what we have in our closets. And another thing I also wanted to say, always, we can always start with a mindset of sustainability and consciousness and awareness of what we buy and what we can do with the clothes that we buy at the time and how long we want to keep those clothes in our lives. And don't forget about the clothing swap events. They're not common. There are very few people create those types of events, but you can always search for those on the internet. You might find once in a while someone create an event nearby, where you can take your old clothes or the clothes you know no longer need and swap them with something else you might find interesting, something else that you can absolutely know for certain that you will keep with you for a long time. Always make sure when you look for clothes, to look for clothes that contain at least 20% natural fibers. It's better than buying anything 100% polyester. Thank you for watching my channel. Thank you for staying here and listening to my fantasies about Solarpunk. I hope that you find all the information I have given here informative. Don't forget to give me a like and subscribe. If you have any opinions, don't forget to leave your comments down below. And I'll see you in the next video. This is not gonna be my last video. I will be making more videos from now on. Thank you so much and see you later.